Good morning. Happy Thursday, April 23rd. I am going to be looking and showing you guys the PowerPoint, the Google slide that I'm posting into Google Classroom. If you guys see right here, it says day 4. We're going to still be working on families of functions. Today's activity is to complete this Google slide activity. So if you guys look at slide 2, it tells you exactly which slides you are going to be manipulating. So we are going to be looking at the level 1 first, which is the yellow cards, on slides 4 and 6. We are going to complete all 1 through 12. So if you guys look at this example here, there's 3 parts. The first part is in red, and it gives you a function. For this example, it's x squared plus 1. You're going to figure out what the transformation of that is. If we notice, the only transformation is that they're adding 1 in the back. So that tells me that it's going to be going up 1 unit. So my translation is in the yellow, and it says the translation is up 1. So I'm going to drag that piece over to there. Then we're going to figure out which graph it is. So I know that it's a quadratic. It has an x squared, so it has to be a U shape. And it's positive slope, so I know it's going up. And that k is positive 1. So I look at this graph z, and that's the graph that matches. You guys need to drag each of these. So we're going to look at level 1 first. So on slide 5. So remember, before we go over this, we're going to drag the transformation for the yellow piece and the graph for each function. So on slide 5. If we look at it, let's do the transformation for x squared minus 1. I know that there's nothing happening to the x squared, but I see there's a minus 1 behind it. So that means I'm going to go down. So I'm going to take this and drag it over here, and then I'm going to find the graph. So I know that it's a quadratic. So once again, it is a u, and it is negative 1 down. So I know that a is positive. So, here it is. I'm going to drag that over here. And that's all you're doing for part 1. You're going to complete and match all 6 of them. Now we're going to look at the next slide, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be looking, now these functions are a little different, but you're still following the same transformation formula. Looking at number 7, this is x plus 1. So remember, h is the opposite of that, so h would be negative 1. So I'm going to be going left 1 unit, so I'm going to carry that over here. And then I look at the graph. I know it's a square root function, so half of the quadratic is missing. So I'm either looking at E, R, or U. And I noticed looking at this, 2 of them are positive because they're going up. So, and this right here has an A of 1. If you look on the front there, it's just a 1. So it's either R or U. R is going left, is going to go right and up, but that's not what this one's doing. So, and this one right here, U, is just going to go left 1. So I know that's that one. And I drag it over, and that's all you're doing. Okay? You're going to do the same thing once we go down. On slide 7, you can fill in these answers here if you want. I'm not going to take any points off if you don't do that part. Now, if we look at level 2, we're going to do the same thing. Now, if you notice, none of the pieces are on the sides here. So what we're going to have to do is look at these problems. And then on slide 11 are the yellow transformations. You're going to click on the transformation you want to use, and you're going to hit Control C. And then go to the slide you want, Control V it, and then put wherever it belongs. This says that the reflection across the x-axis, and it's up 1. So that's actually not on that slide. So we're going to go to this slide, Control V it. It's a reflection, and it's up 1. So it's actually this function right here. I'm going to put that there. So it doesn't matter how you do it, but as long as you have 1 yellow for each function and 1 graph. So I know this is a straight line. It's a negative slope plus 1. Negative slope plus 1. Oh, it's right there. but I'm going to go copy paste, Control V, and that piece goes right there. All right. Now, the other way you could do it, if you don't want to get confused, we just did this graph right here. I can do copy paste and then delete it so that I don't have to see that one anymore. So either method is fine, okay? But your goal is to complete all 24 of these so that you have one yellow transformation and one graph. Once you're done with that, you can submit it and then make sure that you complete any missed work. I know a lot of you still need to complete your IXL assignments from last week and this week, so please make sure you guys do that and have a great day. Beautiful. I know, I try. Why is it still recording?